In this video, I'm going to share with you something I've never really shared before, and I'm going to break down what exactly you need to do in your business to hit $100,000 in yearly revenue. Not some magical mindset thing, but tactical things, actual numbers, and I'm not a numbers person, that you can understand to help you get to it. And throughout the video, I'm going to share with you what I think your secret recipe should be to get to 100K. So should you be doing services? Should you be doing digital products? Should you be doing coaching? I'm going to break that all down to you in this video. Now, the reason why I've decided to kind of break this down is because I did a post recently on Instagram and over on YouTube, seeing if most of you were a team of one or you had team members helping you, whether they're employees or contractors. And the wide majority of you are just a team of one. And what I have found is that 100K point tends to be when business owners feel a little comfortable outsourcing. And so I know many of you, probably the first thing you're ready to outsource could be video editing. So if I can show you how to get to 100K so you can start outsourcing your video editing, hopefully that will be very helpful for you. Now, do understand, I hate numbers. I am not a numbers person, and I know we hear plenty of things about you need to be a numbers person. It's not about being a numbers person, it's about knowing your numbers, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. My husband went to school for financing. I skipped those classes and went for marketing and PR classes. Understand, the math that I'm going to show you is simple enough that I can conceptualize it, and it shouldn't glaze you over. Because when we start adding and subtracting and multiplying, for me, you lost me. But we're gonna keep this super simple so that you can see your road to 100K. One more thing before we jump into this. I want you to clearly understand that I'm not telling you 100K a year means you are successful at all. I don't believe that. I don't think anybody else should believe that. I think you need to know your number that makes you feel successful, that makes you be able to hire the people you want or makes you take the time off that you want. So don't think like this six-figure number has any major importance. Just know that this is the number that I tend to see when business owners are comfortable outsourcing. I challenge you to really think about what your number is that you need and do this math with that number in mind. All right? Hit that like button if you're ready to dig in. Hey there, future Trina. Real quick, as I start breaking down all the formulas here, I kind of mixed up divide and multiply. So we're gonna try to have all the correct formulas for you on text on the screen, since I'm not a numbers person. This is why I'm on YouTube and why I married that numbers person. So apologies for getting that mixed up, but the correct formula will be on the text on the screen. Here we go. You know, we gotta have fun here. So we're color coded. I'm gonna break down the general math with this black marker, and then we're gonna do service providers, and we're gonna do digital product people. So let's put 100K up here. All right, 100K is what you wanna make in a year. We know how many months are in a year? 12. So if we divide 12 months into $100,000, we know what we need to make each month. Beautiful handwriting, I know. So you need to make $8,333 to reach that 100K mark. Now, word of advice. We think that number is all we need to hit that 100K. But then we forget about the expenses that we have. So we're not really going to be bringing home 100K. And in this exercise, I want to help you see how you can bring home 100K. So some things you need to think about that are going to be coming out of this $8,333 are expenses, like any of those tools, those subscriptions, any coaching that you have, and also taxes. So a good number that I like to multiply this by is 30%. You could go 40% too if you want some extra cushion. But by adding 30% to this, you're gonna have that extra cushion so that you can bring home 100K in a year. I'm writing on a door, so don't mind the sloppiness. So that comes to $10,800 a month you've gotta make to bring home 100K, keeping in mind expenses and taxes. Now let's get color coded with service providers versus digital product sellers. Let's say you have the standard signature program. So what I see as a normal signature program out in the online world is a $997 course, like $1,000 course. Let's just use that as an example. Keep in mind, adjust these numbers to what you have. So if you have a course that's $497 or $297, you're gonna use that number, but you're still gonna use the same math that I'm doing. So we're gonna put in $997, and we need to divide that by the total number that we've gotta make that month, $10,800, which leaves us at about 11 courses that we need to sell every single month for 12 months to hit the 100K year. Now, 11 doesn't seem like a lot. It's less than 1 every other day, but you need to understand to hit 11 sales, you need to figure out how many eyeballs you need on that sales page, because this is the key metric that I have forgotten, that I haven't considered, and that I feel a lot of people miss. We need to make sure we have enough eyes on this offer every single month so that we can ensure we hit that 11 number. So typically your offer, industry standard, is going to convert at 2%. Only 2% of people are going to convert seeing a sales page. So it's actually going to be 11 divided by 0.02, right? 2%. You've got to get at least 550 people on your sales page to ensure you're going to convert at 11 people to hit that 100K. All right. This works for, again, whatever you are selling, whatever shop you have, whatever course you have. Keep in mind, 2% is the industry standard. And so you got to back work that on how many eyeballs you need to get on that sales page to make that happen every single month to hit that 100K. I have found going evergreen is kind of tricky. I kind of like to do it at one big bang and do a launch every single quarter. If that's possible for you, you tend to get more excitement, more hype, then you can get more eyes on that sales page when you do that style launch. So if you think about doing that style launch, it is every quarter, 3 months is a quarter. So you're gonna take 11 times 3, because you need 11 sales every single month. We're gonna do one major launch. So that's 3 months worth of sales we're gonna need to make in one launch. So that would be 33 sales. You're gonna take that total number times 3 for 3 months. In this case, it's gonna be 33. During your launch, your once a quarter launch, is going to convert on average at 2% to get 33 people to purchase. How many eyeballs do we need to get on that sales page? 33 divided by 2% is gonna be over 1,600 eyeballs. Realize this doesn't count your email list. The amount of people that are gonna go from your email list over to your sales page is gonna be even smaller. So you're gonna need more than 1,600 people on your email list. We're just talking about how many people you need to see your actual sales page for your offer. Maybe you're like, wow, okay, if I do a launch, I do 33 sales, or wherever you're at with your course number and how many sales you need, that could seem a little scary, right? How are you gonna get all these eyeballs on that sales page? Well, I got some tactics coming up to you, so make sure you stay to the end, because I still wanna walk through a small product, and I also wanna walk through service providers too, and then share with you what I think is your best recipe for success. Okay, let's do a small product. Let's say you have a $27 workshop, mini course, templates, I don't know, you got something small, $27. $27, you need to make that $10,800 a month. You're gonna need to sell 400 of these smaller products. While that number seems large, also keep in mind smaller products are a lot easier to sell, and they tend to convert a little bit higher because it doesn't take as much mulling over or thinking about for the purchaser. Compare a $997 product versus a $27 product. Which one are you gonna think about more? Which one are you gonna research more? So these do tend to convert better than a $997 product. And I'm not here to tell you that a $997 product or a $27 product is your best option. I'm here to just break out the numbers for you to see what needs to happen to hit that 100K. You need to understand you're the owner of your business. You get to make the decision. You get to make the choice that's right for you and what you wanna be doing. So don't think like either one of these is the right answer. Just look at your options and decide which one you think is doable. You're still gonna need about 20,000 people every single month to see your offer of this $27 product. And again, I'm gonna share with you some tips and tricks on how you can get more eyes on that product without paying for ads. All right, service providers, we got a purple marker for you. Let's break down the numbers for you. When I got started offering my service, I charged clients $750 for the month. To hit that 10,800 number that we needed, I needed to have 14.4 clients. So if you're a service provider right now, take the number you're charging per month to your clients and take that 10,800 number and see how many clients you're gonna need to take on with your price at that point. And if you're not somebody that has retainer services, so my clients hire me for something ongoing, something that goes on every single month. So we only technically need 14 to 15 clients total for the year if we can keep them on every single month. But if you're needing 15 clients every single month and you're only doing a project, your project base, you need 15 clients a month, then you really need 15 times 12 12 for every single month of the year. You're looking at needing 72 total clients for the year. That could be possibly doable for you, but just keep this in mind, right? I don't want this 100K number to be ambiguous and you're not sure how you're gonna get it. These are the numbers that are gonna tell you exactly how to do it. Okay, so what I quickly realized is that number, 15 clients, for me alone in 1 month, absolutely not sustainable. So let's figure out what's sustainable. Let's say you're a website developer or a website designer and you know it takes you about 3 days to do an entire product, maybe a website rebrand, maybe developing a brand for somebody. If we think 5 days in a work week, 4 weeks in a month, that's 20 work days, okay? You could realistically fit in 6 clients, right? 3 days to do the work, 20 days in your month. It's a little over 6, but let's say you still want time to continuous education. Maybe you want to take Fridays off, so you need some space and you're going to take on 6 clients a month. Now you have a good idea of what your price needs to be because you're going to take 6 and you're going to divide it by your 10,800. This means you have to charge at least $1,800 per project for each client. But again, you're gonna need to do 6 times 12 because how many clients are you gonna need for the entire year for every single month? 6 clients a month for 12 months. Keep that in mind. Now, let's say you are a retainer business and it's something that people are constantly paying you for, like social media management or virtual assistants. You know, ideally, you would like to have 4 clients. You know, 4 clients you could really give the attention to. You could really put the work into those 4 clients. You honestly think you could get great results with 4 clients. So how much are you gonna need to charge? Again, not great with math, so I may be swapping these around. These may not be right, but the theory, okay? So you know you want 4 clients and you wanna make $10,800 a month. So you need to charge your clients $2,597 a month. Can you provide that value to your clients? Can you promise them for that amount of money, they're gonna really get what they want from you? These are the things that you need to be thinking when you're setting this revenue goal and you're deciding this is the number you wanna hit in your business. Now, there are a lot of routes that we could go through, right? We talked about a signature program, we talked about a tiny product, and we talked about services, talked about project-based and retainer-based. So what is the route I would go if I was starting a business from scratch and I wanted to get to 100K? It's a combination. Let's say me, a team of 1, can ideally take on 2 clients. I know with 2 clients that allows me to bring in some revenue, but that also allows me to work on my business. It allows me to create some passive income. It allows me to create this content that gets me in front of my clients, right? Because if you aren't creating content, how are you gonna get people to know you exist or what you have to offer? So I would go 2 clients at that $2,597 a month price point, which is pretty close to what we do in our agency. That gets us to just about halfway to that 10K mark, right? But we're not stressing ourselves out with a boatload of clients, that client workload and bringing the clients that we need in every single month. So 2 clients, $2,500, $2,600 a month gets us halfway there. Now, it's important to understand that the hardest dollar that anyone will spend with you is that first dollar. So I want you to have some tactics with a small product like this $27 one, whether it's $17, $27, $37. If you can just get somebody to make that first purchase with you, it's gonna be easier to convert them up to a higher level product later on. So I do think it's important to have some type of digital product in your revenue recipe here. So let's say you're doing that $27 workshop and you get 30 sales, right? Let's say 1 digital sale a day for a total of 30 in 1 month. That makes you about $800 in passive income. Amazing, but still not to that 10,800 yet. So let's talk about this guy. This brings you to only needing to sell 5 of these a month or doing a quarterly launch and making 15 sales. Let's say you're gonna do a quarterly launch and you need 15 sales. Remember, the eyeballs you're gonna need on that sales page was 550 eyeballs for 3 months in a row, right? So during your launch period, you only need to get 750 eyes on your sales page to get 15 sales. And that's what's gonna get you to $10,800 a month. Now, obviously, if you do a launch, it's going to be by quarter. So you're making like 10,800 times 3. It's going to be spaced out a little bit. The combo recipe is really what you need in your business to start making that 6 figures, because I'm telling you right now, with services, you're going to burn out. 100% you're going to burn out. With courses, it is so fluctuated. You never know. You may have a good month. You may have a bad month. So the service side is going to help you out and keep you afloat, while this side fluctuates up and down. But by knowing these numbers, knowing exactly what you need to hit every single month to get to that 100K is what's going to get you to that 100K. This is something I did not understand for the first 3 years, 4 years probably in my business. And I fortunately enough was able to get to 100K without clearly knowing my numbers. But now that I do know that, I've hit the 200K mark, I hit the 400K mark, and we're expected to go over that this year already. And so take the time, do this math, but how do you get these eyeballs? How do you get these leads? Let's talk about that. I get it. This all sounds like a lot of freaking work. And it is. Business is hard. That's why not everybody does it. But when you can break it down into those numbers that I walked you through, how many eyeballs you need on that work with me page, on that small product page, on your course page, you can see why social media and content strategy is so important. Because if you're not spending money on ads, that is what is drawing people to those pages. That's what's helping you get to those numbers so that you can convert the amount of courses, clients, small products that you need to hit your revenue goal, whether it is 100K or not. What kind of content should you be creating? I have been able to hit these numbers because YouTube from day one of my business was my primary lead generator and my #1 content platform. And because of the work that I put into YouTube, and I'm gonna tell you, YouTube takes time, YouTube takes work, but because of the work I've put into it, I have videos that get eyeballs to these pages for me every single day to help me hit those numbers. And these are videos that were posted last year, 2 years ago. I'm telling you, there are no Instagram posts that I did in 2020 that are driving eyeballs to my products and services right now. How do you start using YouTube to get this consistent stream of eyeballs, of leads to your business? Well, I did an entire walkthrough video of exactly what you can do here on YouTube, whether you're getting started with a brand new channel, whether you have a channel that's a little bit dusty, or you have a channel that's not doing that for you right now. Click the video that is on your screen right now, because it is literally going into step-by-step detail what you can do with your YouTube channel right now to help you start getting more eyeballs to your stuff so you can make that revenue goal this year.